Alrighty, good morning, y'all. It is April 18th, 8:19 a.m., and we are on our way to church. I said that weird. But anyways, this is vlog one, day one, I guess, or day two, technically. But day one, and yeah, so we're just off to church, and we shall continue the day from there. Alright. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I was just setting up the camera. I know it's not the safest thing to do in the world, but yeah, I just set it up. Hopefully it doesn't fall. But anyways, no, I just got out of church right now, and I was just trying to, kind of collaborate ideas and think of, what to share. But, I want to keep it this authentic as possible. So I'm just going to kind of just speak my mind at this point. But no, I tried out a new church today. Just because I wanted to go ahead and just check it out and see what it was all about. And so I went to this new church, and there I experienced a different pastor and just a different environment. But it was great, and the message was great. And I'll be honest, like at first I was kind of hesitant to go inside because I was just going by myself. And usually, when I'm trying out new things like that, I'm often with my family. And this time I was just by myself, so I was like, all right, you know what, let's just do it. Because I didn't know anything about this church and what it was gonna be like, and I don't know, just a weird feeling. But I pushed through it, and I trusted God, and I was able to say, Lord, okay, you got me. And we went through with it, and we went. Pastor shared a message. And it was great. It was a blessing because it was something we needed to hear. He explained about how the life that we live in now today, it's surrounded by evil. And obviously everyone knows that. Everyone knows that troubles of this life are all around us right now, and even way back then in Jesus' time. So from then on to now, it's always been the last days. But what he explained is that and I got my notes right here. Let me just grab them real quick. Let's see. So reading through 2 Timothy or 2 Timothy, but this is what I wrote down for notes. When the pressures of this world are around us and are coming not only from the outside but from even attacking the church, things that we can do, things that we can remember. And one of the things is that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And that's what Jesus has given us. Even Paul, the apostle, the one who wrote these letters, he was in prison, and in that prison, he was betrayed by his friends, by family, by colleagues, and everything just seemed to go downhill. But in this prison time, he said that God has not given him a spirit of fear, or given us a spirit of fear, but a power and love and a sound mind. And so that's one thing we can always take into account when we're going through troubles and struggles. Another thing is that I wrote is just that fixing our eyes on Jesus and not just the obvious bad. And he used this football reference. He used a football reference. So this football reference is, if you picture a football, it's a football, right? It's filled with air, it's filled with pressure. And that pressure represents God. That pressure represents Christ. It represents the Spirit of God. That pressure, and that's inside of us. And then in football, there's a term, if you guys are not familiar with, it's called a fumble. And that's when the runner with the ball loses the ball, and everybody just goes and jumps on top of it, trying to claim it, trying to get it. And that's what's called a fumble. And when that happens, you have all these big guys just piling on this ball, just trying to get it. And that ball is getting so pressurized from the outside, but it's not getting squished. It doesn't come out looking like a pancake because that pressure inside that football is stronger and greater. And so what he referenced that to is that, again, the Spirit of God that he has given us is not a fear, but a power and love and a sound mind. And then also that greater is he in me. So greater is Christ, greater is that pressure in me than what is in the world. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. There you go. And so just different things that we can ask ourselves when, even when we're surrounded by what we fill our lives with. I always used to tell my sisters, and tell myself too. I had to tell myself that be careful what I listen to, because a lot, when I was younger, maybe middle school, early years of high school, I would fill my mind with just a lot of junk, because it'd be music, it would be good music, but it wasn't appropriate music. There wasn't words of encouragement. It wasn't words of benefits. And if you really just listen to music, if you really listen to songs, to me, I'm always careful with the lyrics, because that's what I'm filling my head with. And that, for me, that's something that I had to take a step back from, because the songs that I was listening to, they weren't matching up with my heart with God. And so these are some things that He gave us, that maybe we can ask ourselves when we're watching TV, when we're listening to music, when we're having conversations, when we're hanging out with our friends or family, what we're talking about, what comes out of our mouth. And one of the things is this: does this stir affection for Jesus? So when I'm about to do something, or I'm about to say something, or I'm about to do anything, I ask myself, does this stir affection for Jesus? The second thing is, can I distinguish what is being celebrated here? So when I'm listening to this song, or if I'm watching this TV show or this movie, like, can I recognize what is being celebrated here? What is the good and what is the bad, and what the point of this film is, this TV show, this song is? And then be aware of what you're letting in your life. That's just basically it. And then the last thing is, do you need this to be okay? So in other words, are you replacing this as your fulfillment, as your guide, as your hope, as your life? And for me, I need to ask myself all the time, do I need this to be okay? Or can I fix my eyes on Jesus and turn off my phone for the rest of the day? Can I shut off all social media for a month? Can I not watch TV? Can I keep my focus on Christ? And everything will be okay, because all these things are secondary. So that's one of the things that I learned. Also, I'm just rambling on here again, but another thing I learned is that, reminded always, is that Christ is always, He's a forgiving. Jesus came to forgive us. He came to give us life. He came to that so that He can restore the relationship that we can have with God our Father in heaven. And that's one thing that's I'm reminded every time I go to church, every time we break bread, every time we drink the cup. Reminded of Christ's death and resurrection and His power, that it's a relationship with Christ. It's not merely just me going to church every Sunday. Rather, it's a relationship, and every day that relationship is getting worked on. So anyways, I talked for 8 minutes. I was trying to keep these very not long. But thank you guys. More to come. So now, y'all, I am eating some eggs, and then we got some biscuits. We got biscuits, eggs, and now we're gonna get the butter. We got the butter. All right, y'all. So what's next? Well, after I got back from my ride, I went ahead and took a nap. Took about a 2-hour nap maybe, and then got up, did some dishes. Oh, I came home, ate some breakfast. You guys saw that. Never mind. And then now we're gonna head off to the laundromat, and after the laundromat we gotta go to a couple stores, get some stuff for the week, and then so it'll be good. But anyways, let's carry on. So I'm just gonna go put the clothes to wash at the laundromat, and then gonna go head off to Walgreens, and after Walgreens gonna go to, actually we gotta go to Walmart or Safeway, because I gotta get some food that I like. I'll show you what kind of beans. Like, they have these special beans that I like. They're like the cheapest beans in the world, and they're instant refried beans. But you just mix water in it, and then you boil it. Those are my favorite. So anyway, so then we'll go get that. Best beans in the world. Stay tuned for now. Yo, check out this guy. Alright guys, so now it's time to wrap things up and time for me to head to bed and get ready for work tomorrow. Thank you for listening, thank you for checking it out, and yes, we shall see you next time. Peace. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys.